reason we started seeing an EMEA top was because of the Rumble meta that was so prevalent before. Everyone was just banning Rumble, and it was hard to find an answer, but it would be the Syndra lock in here for Humanoid, a classic.
It's been a classic, right? Even this split, we've seen it. I'm just looking at going to an international where Vitality have only ever been to one before in 2018.
If you put your eyes as maybe Linces is in trouble.
Mirwin is going to run into this. Elyoya comes in as well.
Flash out here.
Linces does indeed flash as much by Elyoya, double flash as well. Mirwin, remember, he's just going to auto him down in his first blood.
Pushed out, but he has the equalizer. In theory, he could just ult this and then back out if he thinks he's in any danger, as he will rightfully do right now.
Naka needs a stun now and a crystallize. Flash Frost not going to be connected. Mirwin gets slow, but he's running back in. A little bit greedy. He's right in the eye of the storm as well. He's going to overheat. A Vault Breaker going to be used, and Mirwin, he won't flash out. He knows he's dead. Kill over to Naka. That's what you want. But in the end, shared by Linces, 150 gold for him. And again, finally works for Vitality.
And Nero knew it. He was trying to play patient, but he saw the Naka was looking to freeze the wave and stepped up, and it was to his demise. Mirren getting caught out, at least giving Linces something back, but it's still MKOI on the bottom side picking up the Dragon in response.
I mean, it's a sloppy play by Mirren. As you say, he knew he had to ult that wave, but then the moment that Naka just kind of postured that he was going to freeze, baited Mirren to then walk up. So good little mind game there by Naka, just faking himself. He could go and check for Linces right now.
A little 5 Elyoya goes into Fog, pulls out the Cyclone, the stun down, the arrow layers down everything on Fleshy and on Core as well. True Shot Barrage gets buffered, but now Kazi in trouble. Tries to find Elyoya, but the damage is still good enough from Alvaro. He's hitting everything right now as Kazi tries to kite and weave, but he's bonked. Alvaro didn't miss on the Seraphine, and MKOI's dive is a success.
Huge play from MKOI, punishing the fact that Karzi and Fleshy were separated. Flesh was trying to get back into lane. Managing to get all the camp stolen and the double kill. That's such a massive swing for MKOI.
I mean, it's a huge pick up for MKOI because you need to get the advantage bot side right now with top lane bleeding as much as it is. Like, sure, Elyoya is ahead, but you really want Supa and Alvaro to kind of trail him with that gold lead to kind of build something greater than just an individual gold lead. The weak laners versus the strong laners now, mismatch. So it's Naka being left alone.
He just dies
versus 3, there is no Cyclone. That's the only difference. Glacial Storm used on Alvaro instead. There's the Crystallite. Flash Rush flashed away from, but Naka's going to go egg. He burns a flash before he does, and that means Super's going to take turret aggro. Elyoya gets outside, opening up on red. Linces is still just playing the game of catch-up, as you know. So double dragons with the stats included. And the sprint beeline to Soul at this point seems pretty easy. It's going to be an Ocean Soul game as well. As let's see. I mean, Vitality on the back burner off that level 1 is still feels like such a fantastic opening from MKOI.
Super stepping up.
There's the arrow right in his face. Humanoid, though, looking for the unleashed power. Super almost dies. He does! He thought he could trade him, and
yes, they are first. It's really difficult for Vitality's team comp to enter because who's walking up? Who's the front line? It's just a vibe. If she gets cycled by Wukong, she kind of gets one shot, so you really need to play slow with your range and poke your way in.
On the top lane, Naka's quite deep.
It's so hard to gank in Anivia. He has Swifty's boots, he's so fast.
Equalizer's going to start it though. Flash Frost onto Elyoya, he's going to kite it away. Flash there from Mirwin, he's going to Electro Harpoon, and even though he overheats, his autos do a lot of damage. Cassio as well. 3 members with immense amounts of burst. Jojo will snag the kill as Naka gets taken out. Meanwhile, Super is going to die. Ankle Prison on top as well. The encore pretty good as he flashes over the wall. It's going to be match to flash. A Vault Breaker in, and Super's still dead. Mid-turret retribution here for Vitality, but top is under fire. The minion wave is going. They won't even get mid on Vitality's side. Humanoid does get first turret in the bottom lane, but the Vitality.
And suddenly, the Wukong can't really go down there and face check, so it will be a dragon pickup for Vitality, traded for the red buff on top.
And you can see that MKOI wanted to try and commit to that dragon, right? They used basically no ultimates apart from Mirren's in the play, in the hopes they would still be able to commit, but not going to be the now spot on this top side is Naka being a nuisance here.
He's going to get the smite down. Good Acro Prism. Flash Frost as well. The stuns galore on Alvaro. He gets bursted down. Crystallized as well. Stuck in the Glacial Storm. Flash forward. Naka. Sneaky with the bird. Ice cold as well.
There's a few plays that are starting to bring this back for Vitality. Suddenly that gold lead has disappeared, and it's not looking as clean though. This definitely feels like a MKOI are going to get this tower. It's incredibly low. Rib Tarot doesn't even need to be used as they find that timer where Vitality had just gone for the reset. So that still is open if they want to try and use that to get that last remaining outer tower in the bot lane.
Yeah, and already sees Humanoid has picked up the Crypt Bloom super early, just rushing the magic penetration because they realized.
All right, Dagda says it, and here it comes. Miasma saves time, but a flash, cease and desist. There's Alvaro to help out as well, but the bonk back and encore onto 2 members. And Arrow to slow the play down. A petrifying gaze onto Linces. He's down. One Fang, and now another makes twin. As Jojo looks for the chase, a TP coming in, Mewan flashes as well. Nucko cornered Pierce, but Humanoid as well. Scout of the week saves him. He is alive. He builds the range. He finds some space. Super comes up. Aqua Prison dodged away. Here's Kaza with a big bonk. Dagger calls out the play in the back end, and we're going to see what's happening there. But meanwhile, True Shot Barrage, almost! Scrap Shield saves Mewan's life as Vitality look for the chase. They've got sustained with Fleshy. They want to go again.
Look at Elyoya, he's still staying around here in the bot side river. He was not in this fight. Your strongest member in MKOI was not here in this fight. Still has that flash, still has that cyclone. This is his play to make.
It's because Dragon's up. He wants to try and look for something around this, but MKOI trying to really establish himself as Nucko. Now that something's up.
Flash Frost, it's a real Wukong. Frostbite as well, Scout of the week only onto the clone. Now that they know where Elyoya is, time on Vitality's side, if only a little bit. Everyone coming back out of the mat, Humanoid dealing with mid-wave, while MKOI starting the Drake.
Mewan trying to look for a flank, but he is on vision, so Vitality aware of where MKOI are positioned right now.
Mewan gets to slow down, but a wall in the way again. The Anivia Valley once more. Aqua Prison. Dragon goes down, but Mewan is dead. Here comes Lenses, but his ulti not yet available. Scout of the week from Humanoid is a dream, but he will not find the angle. Dragon are moving to solve point for MKOI for Mewan's death. I think I'd still take it.
I mean, that's the mistake you end up doing not as Rumble versus Anivia, because usually as Rumble, you feel very good with the Scrap Shield, just finding these Electro Harpoons, just poking as they're approaching. But Anivia completely nullifies that by just walling you out. So Greedy by Mewan gets caught out, but still, Dragon secured by MKOI.
Arrow, True Shot Barrage going to follow up, but an encore. Nucko has to flash away. There's the Wukong Cyclone. Finally, Elyoya finds the bird going into the egg. It's a win so far. Cyclone denies and Petrifying Gaze. Lenses caught in his traps again, but Scout of the week. Two-man Linton pulls off the ulti before he dies as Kaza tries to fire, but MKOI have shields for days. Elyoya with the chase to Jojo at the front line, the twin Fang, the Noxious Blast. MKOI won't stop here. Scout of the week again buys some space. Humanoid probably saved the play from being on
just falters. They don't really have the damage, they don't really have the CC, and they don't have the winning fights.
And it's a great combo from Elyoya. And
so really like allowing Jojo to not buy Magic Pen and just continuing to buy these full AP items.
In, Alvaro found out before the play begins. Super. Alvaro rather gets the damage out. He flashes away and the arrow misses. That's a push here from Linces. Jojo TP'd in, so it's me when the angle good for an equalizer. Scout of the week through the choke. Humanoid tries to zone him off.
But look at the position right now. MKOI's full position of this river. It's super difficult for Vitality to walk in here. They might have to go to Baron.
And you've no ultimates for Vitality. You use so much on that engage, and you got nothing. MKOI re-established themselves. Vitality need a miracle.
Eyes on Nucko. He needs to find a big wall in this fight if they are to contest this Dragon.
This is coming from an angle though. Mewan spotted out now with a ward placed down. 7k on the Drake. This is soul for MKOI. Jojo slithers his way around to Linces as Dragon is still going down. Remember, Linces needs to get in position. There's the encore, the equalizer, but it just zones up Vitality. Dragon Soul coming up. Linces gets into position. The smoke goes down to Elyoya. Petrifying Gaze onto his slow, but it might be enough. A good Scout of the week to save the play, but Vitality have lost it because they've lost the
start this Baron right now before Dragon spawns, because now they have the Ash ult, they have the Rumble ult, they can actually look for a turn.
Crystallize. Mewan gets tagged. Elyoya finds an angle and it's on top of the equalizer. Tidal Wave going to follow through, but Linces on an island has to flash away. Elyoya almost dead as the arrow goes nowhere. Almost hit us in the audience as Kaza Arcane shifts forward. Super's going to back away while the rest of MKOI have shot their shot. A Cyclone down and everything on the left side of your screen down with it as well. MKOI committed a lot, but didn't find a thing.
Look, they used 5 ultimates for MKOI and they killed no one. Anivia ult and okay, Anivia ult doesn't matter, but Syndra ult and Vi ult still up and available, and they have now started the Baron themselves.
Nucko just TPing back in at the moment. Vitality trying to see if they can keep them out.
They're trying to play it slow though. They get over the wall, but Baron is still leashed. Elyoya holds on to the leash. Crystallize good for Jojo, but even though Nucko's doing good damage, Linces needs to get back in there. They leash the Baron to seal it. No! Elyoya sneaks it out from his hands. Aqua Prison good cease and desist while Mewan cooks him alive. Vitality started it, and MKOI made damn sure well to finish it.
Every single decision comes down to Smite 5, 50-50.
5 seconds for the ulti, and Mewan's going to flash in with Electro Harpoon and take Humanoid down first. There's that equalizer, back and refreshed. Vitality are 3-man squad running for their lives, while MKOI with Baron are putting damage onto this mid lane turret.
MKOI just want to put as much damage as they can down. They have the ability to fall back towards Elder if they want to. With 45 seconds still on Humanoid, MKOI are going to be double buffed up as they go towards the base of Vitality.
And it has gone from bad to worse for Vitality. Now Soul down, Baron down, Elder buff down. This siege that's gonna come here from MKOI will be so difficult to stop. They need some miracle walls, they need some miracle waves.
Right now at the ocean, so there just isn't an option anymore. And now you're kind of hoping for a pick, maybe Elyoya?
Play check, yeah, maybe. Cease and desist. No, not even needed. It's a Vault Breaker. GA taken away. The arrow flies through again. Humanoid, his angle great. He found Arrow, and he can unleash hell. It's a kill for Vitality. Elyoya goes back in and gets the Elder execute. A 1-for-1, but Super now flashes forward. Wants revenge, but Knucknucker stuns him in place while Mirwin comes in from an angle. A Vault Breaker to stop that, but Mirwin still runs forward. Ice is not enough to melt the flames as Mirwin still runs up to the turret. MKOI have 4, and they're not stopping here.
That Leandri's tick must have been perfect for Mirwin to get that kill. And now MKOI in front of the base continue the onslaught of Vitality.
They're just going to go golden. He was tanking up turret aggro, but Super takes care of the turret for him. Inhibitor's going to drop as well. Elder's got half the cooldown left remaining. This is a game-ending Elder with MKOI still having JoJo's ulti. Super's up soon. Nexus turret's under fire. A great opening game, but MKOI hold their resilience, hold their patience with the cease and desist. Not going to be enough for that either. Nexus is exposed, and Movistar KOI enter playoffs with a big bang.
Good luck.
This thing flows so nicely from MKOI. There's just so many picks. Ooh, and the Gragas with the buffs. I feel like this is one of those champions that flew under the radar. The buffs to W, making him so much more incredibly tanky. Paired up into the Renekton, which
Did it save the draft?
Historically, I would...
It's a great peeling tool. It's very good at...
Alone here, you can't really get Linces and Humanoid linked up. I think for MKOI, you're in a good spot where you do just get this bot lane to play ahead.
Perfect execution. Shuriken flip taken in. Humanoid gets the root down on the turret, tries to flash, but JoJo's there to match it. Turret will be taken on the way up, but it's first blood on his
Siege down later against the MF Rise. Like, you really want to make sure that you force these fights around these river skirmishes so that Nocturne, Akali, and the Nico can all shine. And to do that, you need these dragons.
JoJo being a nuisance, walking up towards Linces, threatening him as he's on the Void Grubs. And Mirwin got him as well.
Oh, the Crescent Guard out. That's an ulti just taken, and the Grub's going to be disregarded for now. So JoJo, a one-man army.
You got mid and bot push. Really effectively, you just continue to keep vision and pressure.
Magical Journey, 3 people. Tangle Barbs, Pop Blossom. Oh my God, Alvaro! What was that? Bullet time looking for the trade and he'll find it. But now the charge on the Super. 3 talent strike from Linces. Needs to connect. Tackle Ball flush over the wall. Linces outplays as well. Then turns onto Alvaro, charging him down. Even though Alvaro from the monster play, Linces carries it back. JoJo comes in with the strike himself while Kazi dies to a Renekton. Linces jumps back in, but JoJo takes him down. That was just a big hand stiff from both teams.
Come in and salvage this play. You see Mirwin popping and Dominus picking up cars in the back, and here JoJo just kills Linces. Very clean and simple. So still a nice trade back from MKOI in general.
Turret does go down as we come back to live as well. Mirwin got that gold. Kazi in trouble. Tangle Barbs, and it is hell. This time for Kazi. Nice combo from the duo lane.
He used everything.
Longsword with the BF and pickaxe. Got an inventory full of components as we go to live. It is a smite that comes down for the blue buff. Magical Journey going to be used. Fleshy needs to get out of there. Lights turn off. Pop Blossom only on the one. Mirwin takes Fleshy. Well, now Linces comes out of the ulti and Super takes him down. MKOI are running away with it again. Today, their early games have been on point as JoJo lands everything. Flushes the match away from the bomber. The Shuriken flip and the slice. Man, JoJo's the...
To the invade, and now they solo kill on top. They are just running the map. Left, right. Showing it off again here in the playoffs.
His solo kills are very old enough to drink for his trouble.
Oh my God. Humanoid's in trouble. Mirwin, the follow-up slice and dice being used, goes back for the Realm Warp, and there's no Ruthless Predator to stop that. Humanoid gets out, but that Realm Warp has only been defensive this game.
Yeah, I think his Ghost has as well. Now Mirwin with a deep push on bot lane has the Mercs, which is really good against the Gragas and the...
Again. Nako says, I will do it again. Let's pat the stats. Oi! That's my kill, Elyoya. JoJo goes to 4-0, but he could have...
To the onslaught that is MKOI.
Where was this MKOI all split long? This is insane. Like, Alvaro looks revitalized, Elyoya is playing on top, and JoJo is continuing this reign of just terror of everyone that he goes up against. This is insane from MKOI.
And it's a wake-up call for Vitality. This is what a top 3
split. But a lot of MKOI fans were doubting whether this team could show up in playoffs. Remember, you win this, you're top 3. And a lot of fans, a lot of people that at MKOI wouldn't be top 3 to split with Vitality in the mix. Well, here we go. Linces finds the knock-up into the Shroud. Tangle Barb, bullet time. JoJo survives, though. A lot now burned. MKOI still alive. Magical journey onto Mir when he runs into everyone, but it's followed up by a Paranoia. Lintus pops the ulti, but Alvaro's on the way. TP gonna bring Vitality into 5, but Mirwin just won't die. He slices, dices, runs into Kazi. No one can save his life. Even Mirwin's back to the plate as Nako jumps up. Your MVP of spring is getting wiped. Shuriken Flip. Jojo cares not under attack. He slices through everyone. There's Nako against the wall, but Jojo's got his number again. He's bullying the man from Germany while Jojo, the Canadian, thrives.
It's a clean ace for MKOI at 17 minutes into the game. That Croc's hide is made of something different. Mirwin took 0 damage as he went in.
That was a 2v5 at one point. Mirwin saw 5 people on his screen and just said, nah, I
Really
win.
effectively. And it's also scaring Karzy a lot of the times off that mid wave, which is making it even harder for him to really be able to attempt anything.
Jojo versus the world. Let's find out who wins. Into the Shroud. He's already Shuriken Flip. He pops the ulti, but he gets caught up. The lights are turned off. He misses the ulti over the wall, but the rest of the game has been stellar. It is a pick for a shutdown as Nutcracker's found out in response. He gets burnt, and he dies to Super. It's still a 1-for-1 as Alvaro. He decided to proto belt in. That is, my friends, what you call a bit of an int. Alvaro's dead here. I don't know what that was, but they just gave 2 shutdowns to Humanoid.
So MKOI just reminding us what they're known for. They're known for very flashy plays and a little bit of oopsies.
I just want to show
here
you,
and
this
there.
is where the rest of MKOI was. And this is where Alvaro was.
I'm going to proto belt in.
Yeah.
I will stop the base, but at what cost?
Fair enough. Yeah, a little bit of a whoopsie there, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, Vitality needs about like 7 more of those, and then maybe they're back in the game.
Yeah.
So still get the objective shot down here on the top side tower. Humanoid gets a little bit of free time this game.
I see
after
5th, I see 4th. They get good, but not good enough. And now here caught out again. I think I could say the same, the flash away, but Jojo will take a free kill on Fleshy.
Chunk you. Jojipun, where is Jojipun?
They have to go
He's on
in
mid.
though.
Look at the flank here by
Has to get
Jojipun.
the steal onto Alvaro. Pop Blossom going to be used. He goes golden, only finds 1. Crescent Guard going to be used back in the pit. Meanwhile, Elyoya is still doing the dragon. Rather barren. Bullet time. Steal for Lintus. No, it's smited down. And Mirwin will take Lintus with him. The Baron picked up over.
The support the Vitality side. Definitely all the hope he can give them right now, because MKOI are knocking on the base a minute until they fall back. Linsus fishing for Mirwin here.
They're going to try. Bottom lane is melting though. Hello, the base is in trouble. And Jojo's a one-man army. Humanoid can't take him alone. Mirwin's been tanked out a little bit, or rather charged, but Humanoid, as he defends against Baron Minions, it won't work. He's a public execution with a Shuriken Flip. And oh, the Predator mess up from downtown from Elyoya. Now, Flash was burned by Humanoid. MKOI a little bit deep here. Jojo has to ulti out to get out Tempered Fate. I feel like that's one of the first times we've seen that off the Baron for the last couple of seconds. And it's really good push and pull from MKOI.
I mean, Mirwin is level 17. There's a level 11 guard walking up to him. I like that. Baron is being started here. They have the Paranoia to turn if they want to. Alvaro can look for a couple of them
Down
here.
pretty quick. Vitality move into a choker. 3 members. Lintus found out. Takabal's not connecting. Humanoid behind him. Mirwin goes into the dominance, but Baron's still going down and taking Pop Blossom. Going to find the mark only onto 1, but a Paranoia will fly through in the meantime. Mirwin goes in. Tempered Fate flashed away from by Elyoya, and he'll take Kazi with him. Fleshy on the grand escape while Nako almost died in the back of the fight. We didn't get to see this, but Humanoid with a run move interrupted. I don't know how Jojo went with the flank, but I do know that Vitality couldn't withstand the pressure.
Vitality looking like there's no signs of life left in this game. MKOI pushing through, Mirwin forcing them back. This should be the end of game 2.
It's an easy push at this point for MKOI, and they want to go back as their respective team.
And then when I go back to 2025, it feels like we are repeating the Movistar KOI rise to fame. Vitality might be the first seed, but they don't have the experience like MKOI do. Elyoya's back, Alvaro's back, Jojo's kicking ass on the Akali. It is a Movistar roster moving to match point.
2 great kicks, yeah.
2
okay.
kicks and suddenly
let's
the
reiterate.
best.
The Blitzcrank of the jungle.
he did the meteors who just scaled out throughout the game.
Damn.
Okay.
That's going to go into Jungle Olaf?
It's
Jungle Olaf?
Jace Jungle.
Or Jace Jungle.
I think it's...
Get his blue buff, but it does feel like, again, to reiterate, mid-jungle this series from MKOI has been so on point. There's been a bit of a diffy there as Kaza not going to get rooted back. He does sidestep, step back in. He's out of mana though. Cozy Campfire sets him up to go forward. He stands his ground to his credit, but MKOI has the better health bars. The Sonic Wave is going to connect onto Linces. Level 5 for Elyoya. Doesn't have the kick, but he does have the damage. Here's the wall as well. Elyoya gets slow, but Jojo comes on in, looks to poke out Kaza. Linces won't get the trade kill. First blood to Elyoya's Lee Sin.
This chase off, be able to pick up more as well. So Linces again looking a little lost in his own jungle.
But it's once again, we're seeing a Vitality comp, just like in game 1, where who's really the one walking up for space?
Undertow going to connect. There's a shock blast. Flashing away from Mirwan's going to be late. Second Undertow with Ragnarok in full swing. Getting that passive up. Undertow the flash to connect the blade, but Elyoya comes up for the trade. Off for grubs with TP now being shown up by MKOI. A 1-for-1. Everything burned from our top laners.
I mean, it's a good pick by Naknako. He needs to find something on this Varus right now. Linces was pivoting behind him, making sure he had the backup he needed, but it's a nice kick by Elyoya to burst him down before he gets to vamp up and just extend this fight. So 1-for-1, grubs already leaning up, but you see Jojo Pyun with the mid prior just defending his top laner. They're leaving no play available for Vitality. Vitality will have to give this dragon, and
he's lonesome. 4 members of MKOI send it all down. On a ward, it won't matter. The Featherstorm comes out. Humanoid can't walk in, gets rooted anyway, and it's an easy kill for Super. Turret will follow as well.
Oh, but it's so beautiful what MKOI just did. They realized top lane is really...
Top lane, so overall, nicely played. Naknako just waiting as long as possible, so then as much gold as possible is lost in that top end. Overall, I think MKOI is still in a fantastic spot now as this game continues.
Yeah, I think MKOI really wants to match the Syracon into the Olaf, because Talia into Olaf is really difficult, because she can just try to shove him away. If you Ragnarok that, you can just run her down completely in a long lane. Same with Varus, kind of struggles in the 1v1, so if you can find a way to put the Saya into the Olaf lane,
found. Kaza flashes away. Alvaro did use the battle dance to get in range. Quickness now burned with Zeke's up and active, but I think the biggest thing for me is every time Elyoya is near someone, he gets a respect flash. He's pulling out summoners left, right, and center in this game, and Elyoya's pulling respect not just from them, but also from the fans. With the tunnel, he's got a lot of damage. Sonic Wave, every time it lands, you watch, you wait. Dragon up in a minute, but we're still focusing here. Flashai has been found out.
the pinks!
On top of the blast gun, he can't move. 2 wards in total, and Fletcher gets turned to dust.
That's not a ward, Jake, come on.
Sorry guys, whatever that thing is, and it sucks for Fleshy.
That's crazy, like Fletcher tried to hit the blast cone because there was nothing in front of it, but still, he didn't manage to do it. Very, very odd. Super nice play there, obviously, by MKOI, completely nullifying the attempt from Fleshy to get out of that with the blast cone. And once again,
the growths, we started to see Linces and Fleshy really coming into their own as like homegrown Vitality talent.
Flash from Elyoya, tries to predict Kaza. He gets on out of there, relentless pursuit, still gets knocked out. Breath of Light gives him light, and he now finds Elyoya. The space created, the teleport used by man when he wants to come in and join the fight for Vitality. Have a breath of
tries to step up. Karzi wants to try and use the wave to get the plates, but Super does a good job of clearing at the wave and not getting caught. Vitality though, great collapse, get Dragon. Jojo though getting some nice plates on top side. We get a replay here as we get into it.
yeah, so Alvaro thinks he's fine to play here together with... Okay, never mind,
Kaza
we're already
caught out,
fighting.
relentless pursuit out, but the damage enough. Featherstorm will get the kill. And Super's on a killing spree.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
that
mid tower as well now.
Yeah, now the map is going to open up completely. It's going to be very difficult for Vitality to contest this mid wave with the Syracon here.
Sidebreaker used. He's thinking about how he can send it in. He doesn't have Ghost available.
So I think it's a good call from Super to try and keep himself topped up.
Weaver's Wall, Humanoid, seismic shove, he's right on it. He goes through the unraveled earth, so he's stunned up, and that's an easy kill over to Super again. Alvaro,
Flicker Blades,
it's
just
gone.
stretched it.
I feel like it's gone, maybe. Let's see, Naknaka getting poked out, seismic shove going to connect. Jojo doesn't join in, Ragnarok going to be used, Undertow connects as well. A 1v1 happens while Baron is pulled off in the meantime. Undertow there, not finding a second mark, and Jojo actually winning out and sustaining. I think Storm Raider Surge did quite a lot of work as Weaver's Wall turns the play. He turns his head and finds another angle.
I see Mirwan's ult is down. I imagine he just found a pick somehow onto Karsi, and now they extended that pick into more flashes mid, and now the Baron is actually secured by MKOI.
Well, we're looking at a sweep, gentlemen. We are looking at a 3-0 from our 4th seed against what was presumably one of our best
Humanoid.
teams. As Humanoid's going to face check and get punished. Dragon's going to be taken down, but now Vitality got to get the hell out of this bottom side of the map. MKOI are coming, and like sharks, their jaws are ready with Linces getting flicked up, sent back. The teeth have bitten into the flesh, and MKOI are doing the due diligence to seal the job and finish off this series.
I mean, we're not in Hollywood, but they are movie stars right now. They are just completely running the map. It doesn't seem like Vitality has been able to touch them this series. Nako has had a quiet series. We expected him to go up against Mirwin and kind of dumpster that matchup, but has been quiet, even on the Olaf here. Hasn't really found the impact that is dearly was needed by him.
And the nerdy feels fitting in a way. MKOI back on top, MKOI looking clean, and it's Mirwin back on the bars. It feels like we are going back to the MKOI that were so dominant, that were rightfully placed in that upper echelon of the LEC. And if they can close out this series 3-0 against Vitality, you're still scared to pull the trigger.
It's gonna be a slow burn here for MKOI as the flash goes out.
Oh, Jojo's reaction time to go golden though. Sensational flash seismic shove doesn't connect for Kazi. Out with the culling. Jojo's going to match him with a threat of volley, but Mirwin about to come on in. Auto, hail of arrows, breath of light, but the ulti onto Humanoid. Wait for the Q, the knock up Alvaro. They send it in. MKOI back on top. Top three indeed. We doubted them in the regular season, but Vitality have been wiped. This was our #1 seed, and MKOI have just 3-0'd them. Super, Jojo, Elyoya, Mirwin, and Alvaro. The five stay alive, thrive, and override our #1 seed of spring. MKOI are right back where they were in 2025 with a date against G2 in the upper bracket for MSI.
You can discount them, but you can never really count